Puerto Rico, an island known for its beaches, its culture, and its history. But there's a story here that most people don't know about. A story about trains. Because long before the highways and the cars, Puerto Rico had a rail system that was once the lifeblood of the island. And then it vanished. So what happened? And why is it trying to make a comeback? Let's dive in. It all started in the 1870s in a city called Mayagüez. Back then, Puerto Rico didn't have a national railroad system, but Mayagüez, they were ahead of the game. A guy named José A. González y Echevarria had this idea: horse-drawn wagons on rails. Sounds kinda wild, but it worked. They called it the Ferrocarril Urbano de la Villa de Mayagüez, or the Urban Train of Mayagüez. It connected the town center to the port area, and it was the first of its kind on the island. Meanwhile, over in San Juan, another guy named Pablo Uwarri was making moves. In 1878, he got the green light to build a 7-mile steam tramway between Old San Juan and Rio Piedras. This wasn't just a train, it was the foundation of San Juan's metropolitan area. Fast forward to 1901, and the steam trams got an upgrade. Enter the Trolley de San Juan, electric, modern, and one of the most advanced tram systems in the Caribbean at its time. At its peak, it was moving nearly 10 million passengers a year. That's a lot of people for such a tiny island. But the real game changer? Puerto Rico's national railroad system. Proposed in 1874 and built starting in 1888, this thing was a beast. It was all about the sugarcane industry, connecting farms to ports, moving goods across the island. By 1891, the Northern Line linked San Juan to Manatí, with extensions to Arecibo and Camuy. And when the US took over in 1898, the system already had 168 miles of track. Under American control, it expanded even further, reaching Ponce by 1907. At its peak, this network had over 310 miles of track. With engineering marvels like the Oaxaca Tunnel and the Puente Blanco, it was a golden age for Puerto Rican rail. But sadly, by the mid-20th century, the golden age was over. Puerto Rico's economy shifted from agriculture to manufacturing, and the government poured money into highways and freeways. The railroads, they couldn't keep up. Passenger service ended in 1953, and by 1957, commercial operations were done too. The tracks were abandoned, the tunnels left to crumble. Today, all that's left are remnants, ghosts of a system that once connected the island. But here's a twist. Already by 1967, proposals were being made for a construction of a rapid rail transit system. However, it wouldn't be until 1989 that the Puerto Rico Department of Transportation and Public Works officially adopted a proposal. Enter the Tren Urbano. A modern, rapid transit system designed to serve the San Juan metropolitan area. The plan, 10.7 miles of track, 16 stations, and a solution to the island's growing traffic problem. Sounds great, right? Well, not so fast. Construction of the Tren Urbano began in 1997 and faced numerous challenges. The project was one of the largest infrastructure undertakings in Puerto Rico's history, requiring extensive planning, engineering, and coordination. Building a modern rail system in a densely populated urban area came with its own set of hurdles, including land acquisition, environmental concerns, and logistical complexities. Delays and cost overruns became a recurring theme. The original budget of $1.25 billion ballooned to over $2.25 billion by the time of completion. After years of construction and setbacks, the Tren Urbano officially opened on December 17, 2004. The inaugural ride marked a new chapter in Puerto Rico's transportation history. The system featured 16 stations connecting key areas like Bayamón, Guaynabo, and San Juan. Free service was offered until June 2005, and at its peak, 40,000 people were using the train daily. But by the end of 2005, ridership had dropped to 24,000, far below the 110,000 projected by 2010. So what went wrong? For starters, the system didn't go where people needed it to go. No service to Old San Juan, no connection to the airport, and it missed major suburbs like Cataño and Carolina. Plus, there was no island-wide public transportation system to back it up. But here's the kicker. There were plans to fix these problems, big plans. Plans that went nowhere. After the Tren Urbano opened, there was proposals to extend the system. One plan was to build a tramway connecting the Tren Urbano to Old San Juan, a major tourist hub and cultural center. Another proposal was to extend the line to Luis Muñoz Marin International Airport, making it easier for travelers to get into the city. There was even talk of building a new line to Caguas, a growing city to the south of San Juan. These extensions could have transformed the Tren Urbano into a truly comprehensive system, connecting more people to more places. So, why did none of this happen? Well, money, politics, and priorities. By 2012, the government announced that it had no plans to expand the Tren Urbano. The proposed extensions were shelved, and the system remained limited to its original route. For many, it was a missed opportunity, a chance to create a modern, island-wide public transportation system that could have rivaled the old rail network of the past. Now let's compare this to another Caribbean rail system, the Santo Domingo Metro in the Dominican Republic. Like the Tren Urbano, the Santo Domingo Metro was a bold attempt to modernize public transportation in a region where cars and buses dominate. But unlike the Tren Urbano, the Santo Domingo Metro has been a lot more successful. The Santo Domingo Metro opened in 2009, just 5 years after the Tren Urbano. But here's the difference. It was built with expansion in mind from the start. The first line, spanning 14.5 kilometers, connected key areas of the city, and a second line was added in 2013. Today, the system has over 30 stations, and there are plans for even more lines. Ridership is booming. The metro moves over 300,000 passengers a day, way more than the Tren Urbano ever did. So why did the Santo Domingo Metro succeed where the Tren Urbano struggled? For one, the metro was designed to serve a larger, more densely populated area. It also had strong government support and a clear vision for expansion. And crucially, it was built to integrate with other forms of public transportation like buses and bike lanes, creating a seamless network that people actually want to use. You know, growing up in Puerto Rico, especially around the San Juan area, I remember seeing the Tren Urbano a lot and thinking it was so fucking cool because it reminded me of the New York subway system. So I do have fond memories, even though the project ended up being a failure. I think it still has a lot of potential, but obviously with the economic situation going on the island right now, it's unrealistic for the project to have any expansions in the foreseeable future. But hopefully I'm wrong. You know, they did originally have the plan to extend it all the way to Carolina through underground stations. They even built the tunnels and all that, but you know, that obviously went nowhere. And after 2012, the government said pretty much they weren't gonna expand it at all. Actually, the area where they were gonna build that railway all the way to Caguas was repurposed to make a sort of fast pass lane, like congestion lane that changes directions depending on the time. So they just added more lanes to the highway pretty much. Didn't really solve much, just saw a lot of traffic because there's no other alternatives to driving, you know. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. Hit that notification bell. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.